All right, friends, welcome back as we continue on. We are live here at Cafe Texan for the Jail and Bell, supporting Safe House. A lot of fun. We got to do this last year and raised well over $14,000. That's the goal again this year, and we want your help to get there. We know things are a little tighter this year for folks, but every little bit helps, and we are supporting an extremely worthy cause. Our friends, again, at Safe House, helping women and some men and children through just tough situations. Domestic abuse is a very real thing, unfortunately, and Safe House is providing resources to help folks that are dealing with very unfortunate circumstances, and there is a way out, and Safe House can help find that way out. We are thankful to be here at Cafe Texan. Come by and grab something to eat. Breakfast is going. Get the chicken fried steak with those eggs, because I'm about to bring somebody on who hopefully Troy and Tiffany back there, they're going to give me a little discount today because he said, I'm staying for lunch. It's Dr. Scott Sheppard. Dr. Shepp, good to see you, my friend.
Great to be here, Rob.
I've always called you. You never mind me calling you Dr. Shepp. Hey, I've always called you Shep.
I've been called way worse, so I'll take that. That sounds good.
One of my favorite news guys back in the day was named Shep. They called him Shep. And when I first met you, I said, I'm going to say Dr. Shep.
I like it. When I was a teacher way back in the day, a lot of my kids called me Shep.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
so
got a ring to it.
That works.
Well, Dr. Sheppard is our superintendent of schools here in Huntsville. And yeah, I know you're a humble man, but I'm going to tell you too bad. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. You have done an incredible job. 8 years now at HISD. And, this community is thriving and growing, and I've always said that we've got to have an excellent education system in any community to grow and to do great things. And I am so proud, and my children don't even go to HISD yet, but I am so proud of the work that you have done in supporting our youth. Years ago, a very important bond came up, and the community voted for that, and we have seen the fruit of that in so many ways. Beautiful new performing arts center. So many things at HISD. So first and foremost, before we dig in, I wanted to say thank you for what you do, Dr. Sheppard-Smith. We appreciate you so much, my friend.
Well, thank you, Rob. And, of course, you were a big part of helping generate community support for the school district. I mean, I was blessed to get named superintendent 8 years ago and fortunate to get this opportunity. We love the community. Certainly the school district has turned around in that period of time, and that's been a large part because of the community getting behind our public local school district. Yeah. And that's been a really fun ride for us, and we've still got a lot of work to do, but we're fortunate that we get to do that work.
Well, again, Dr. Scott Sheppard is here with us. Did I say Sheppard-Smith a while ago? Did you hear me say that? That was the news guy I was talking about.
Right.
So
right.
I was like, Dr. Sheppard, and I almost paused for a minute. So
no, you got it.
Oh,
right.
Man.
You did well.
Well, hey, we're here today supporting Safe House, and, it is a very important organization, and we appreciate Tracy Stout and the staff that's here today, and it's an important time to be here. And Dr. Sheppard, you said, I want to be a part of it. Someone reached out and said, would you come and help and support? You've done this before. He's in jail right now, folks. We got to get him out of jail.
We got to get me out of jail.
Yeah.
I will tell you though, if you're going to be in jail, Cafe Texan's a pretty good jail to be in. I'm just going to tell you that. I'm looking at all the food going around. I'm like, I can't wait to be done with this piece, and I'm going to go enjoy some of that.
Absolutely. Well, right now, Dr. Sheppard is aiming for $1,000, and he is a little bit there, right now.
I think probably just a little tiny bit. I can't see your screen because of the glare.
We've purposely put the glare there for you. Yeah. Don't worry. But some good news, we did have a donation just come in for you, $25. This was from Sonia. So, Sonia, thank you for the donation. For doing that, and we've got a ways to go. We're trying to raise $14,000 today. I know that we're going to get there. Right now, just under $5,200 overall, and Dr. Sheppard's got a ways to go to hit that $1,000 goal on his end, but I know that we'll get there. I wanted to ask you this. This community is so great, and I'll anytime I get an opportunity to speak to anybody, I'm always going to mention that, and I know you echo that same sentiment, Dr. Sheppard, but you've been here for 8 years now. You get to be here and be part of this organization today as well. Why did this tug at your heart? Why does this mean so much for you to be here today to help support Safe House?
Well, a couple of points, Rob. I mean, one thing is that I think that historically you can judge the quality of a society, of a community, by how they treat their neediest people. And, certainly Safe House is so incredibly important for a group of people that are going through some hard times, that are going through some things that they need help and support through. And as a community, I think we have an obligation to stand up and help those in need. And Safe House certainly is an organization that does that. As a school district leader, I will tell you that, school districts help shape a community, but really more than that, the school district is a reflection of the community.
Yeah.
So we educate all types of kids in public schools. We do not deny kids education. We don't pick and choose our students. You enroll in your public school, which means we have students with everything they could possibly need in life. And then we have students that have almost nothing that they need in life. And Safe House serves adults and children that are going through times that make every facet of their life difficult. And so when you think about the children in these families that are in our public schools that need our love and need our support, get that from us. They deserve that from the community at large as well. And so that's why Safe House is so important to me as a school leader and a community leader.
Yeah, that's so good, Dr. Sheppard. And, I had Tracy, the executive director, on our show earlier this week, and we were talking about that relationship and how it's so good to have such a strong relationship. And, obviously didn't go into details, privacy, and they would never do that. But I know just thinking about there's students in the district that are going through really tough circumstances. They're facing that. Their mothers are facing that. And that relationship to have with the Safe House is so healthy because now it gives an opportunity for folks to connect and to find an avenue to get help and to get support. And that's really important. Maybe mention just a little bit about, the synergy that y'all have with organizations like Safe House and why that is very important for organizations to be involved with the school district.
Yeah, we have a lot of great community partners that help us in many, many ways. Specifically, though, with our populations that are either homeless or going through serious situations that in their home that need support from Safe House and people like that. So that umbrella outreach. So it really literally is the entire community working together to support those students and those parents that are going through that. So for us, we have a direct connection, obviously, with Safe House. Tracy Stout is a board member in HISD and then runs Safe House too. And so that direct connection, but even prior to that relationship, it was important for us to be involved with those families that needed those services. Because like I mentioned a minute ago, if you've never endured a situation where you were fearing for your life or you didn't know where you were going to sleep or when you would get your next meal, we have students in our schools every day that is the life they live. And so it's sadly easy for people on the outside to judge, to say, well, it's someone else's fault. The children have no say-so in their circumstance, right? They're a victim of their circumstance. So for us to have connections with Safe House and other organizations like that to give wraparound services to those students in need, it's critical to their future. And quite frankly, it's critical to our future as a community and a free society to help those individuals.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Sheppard, we appreciate you so much and just your willingness. I know you are so busy, but to be here today to support Safe House. And we want folks to get him out. He's got to get back and help take care of our young people throughout the district. And the only way he can do that is if you bail him out today.
That's right.
And we don't like our good people that are doing these big jobs. We don't like them to be locked up. And
that's
so
right.
We need to get them out, So
that's right. You need to get us out. So who's after me? Is that fellow over there after me? Trey Wharton is after me?
Yeah, there's someone over there.
He's after me?
Yeah.
Well, look, don't waste your money on Trey. Put Trey in this thing and make him sit here all day. You gotta spend your money to get me out, okay? I've got important work to do, so you got to get me out of here.
There you go.
You don't save your money for Trey. Get me out.
Yeah, and what is nervous about media sometimes? See, like I could sit here and say, boy, we got to get Dr. Shepp out of prison. Now somebody could just clip that one little segment.
Right.
So in the full context, obviously, it's a lot of fun. He's here. He's locked up because he needs to raise $1,000 to get out.
We had a board meeting last night, and I surprised the board during my superintendent report. I always give some highlights, student and employee successes, community successes, and at the very end of it, I told the audience that I had some really shocking news to share, that tomorrow morning I'm going to be arrested and I'm going to be thrown in jail. And some of the looks on the faces were like, what in the world are you talking about? And then I gave a plug for Safe House and what we were doing today, and it was a lot of fun to kind of play that prank during the board meeting.
Yeah.
Tracy was the only board member that knew that I was going to do that, so some of them were turned and looked at me like, what in the world are you talking about?
That's one of one of those things where, well, I can't tell you. You just have to wait and see. You're going to see it in the headlines tomorrow. I'm so sorry. No,
that's right.
No, we know the work that you do, again, is tremendous. And again, Doctor, thank you so much for just your investment to come to Huntsville, to be a part of this community and all of the good things. I know you've said a lot, but just some final thoughts, maybe a couple of final things. Someone out there is watching this morning or listening, and it's tugging at their heart, saying, I've heard from many other people now, maybe their child goes to HISD, and they heard some of what you said, and they're not in that situation of abuse, but they said, you know what, I want to be a blessing to another family. They can do that today by giving to Safe House. Maybe just some of your final thoughts this morning.
Yeah, I think that, again, you said in the intro that times are tough for a lot of people. And I know that to dig deep and find, maybe you weren't expecting to make a donation to anyone today, and so now you've come across this opportunity. And I would just tell you that the feeling you'll have inside knowing that you're helping a cause where the money goes directly to people in our community that need it, which is so impactful. You may not necessarily ever know who it went to or how it helped, but just know that you're helping people who are going through some extremely difficult times. So if you have the opportunity and you've got some discretionary money that you weren't sure what to do with, this is as worthy of a cause as you can find.
Awesome. Well, again, donate. The link is right there on the social media pages, and that is where you can donate this morning. For those of you that are on social media, go and donate today. Be a part of this, and we will continue supporting and promoting the good here in our community. More donations are coming in. There was a $100 donation, Sue Badrick donating a while ago. Greg Mathis, by the way, who was on a little bit ago, he just received a $100 donation from Straight Line. Dr. Shepp's coming in, Sonia, with that donation earlier that we mentioned. And we are now close to $5,200. But Dr. Shepp's got a long way to go.
I got a long way to go.
And we got to keep the school district running strong. So donate, be a part of Safe House today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate this opportunity to help a worthy cause.
All right. Well, we're going to sign off, but we'll be back again in a few moments as we continue to bring people on to let them share their story about why they're involved with Safe House today. Thank you again.
Thanks, Rob.
All right. We'll be back in a little bit. Stay with us as we continue on. It is Safe House Annual Jail and Bell. We are live here at Cafe Texan. Come by, get something to eat. There's great food. They do a wonderful job here. And come and join the fun, and let's support a great cause.